one thing that makes Jesus Christ unique amongst all people who've ever lived is the amount of his life, the things in his life that were predicted or prophesied by prophets who lived hundreds of years before Jesus Christ. This is something that did not happen of any other great religious leader, but it's true of Jesus Christ. Many, many prophecies, as many as 300 or more, that were actually made to help us identify who the Messiah would be. Some of them are pretty simple. Some of them are quite complex. Some of them he could have influenced himself. Many he could not. For instance, he couldn't have affected where he'd be born, who his parents would be. To see how exciting and miraculous this is, there was a class at Westmont College, and Dr. Peter Stoner, they examined just 8 prophecies of Jesus, 8 of the nearly 300, that are widely accepted and not even that controversial, and to figure out how easily that could be, these could happen. Here were the 8 prophecies. Micah 5:2, that he would be born in the city of Bethlehem. Isaiah 40, verse 3, that he would be preceded by a messenger. Zechariah 9:9, that he would enter into Jerusalem on a donkey. Zechariah 11:12, that he would be betrayed and sold for 30 pieces of silver. Zechariah 11:13, that the money he was betrayed for would be thrown into the house of the Lord and used later to buy a potter's field. Isaiah 53:7, that he would be silent before his accusers. Psalm 22, verse 16, that he would die by having his hands and his feet pierced. Finally, Isaiah 53:12, that he would be crucified between 2 thieves. Now, those 8 prophecies, this class on probability tried to figure out what are the odds of one person by chance fulfilling these prophecies. They did their calculations, figured out how many people would ever do such a thing and the amount of people who've lived, and they added all these things together, and this graduate class concluded at the end of their research that the odds of one individual fulfilling these prophecies by chance would be 1 in 10 to the 17th power. That's a big number. Matter of fact, that number is bigger than our national debt. That is a huge number. How big a number is it? In order to understand this, they tried to come up with a visual demonstration. And they thought that if we had silver dollars, a little bit bigger than the size of a quarter, what area would fill up, would it take 1 in 10 to the 17th power of silver dollars, how big of an area would that fill up? Would it fill up, would it cover your campus? Well, a lot more than that. Would it cover your city? A lot more than that. Would it cover your county? 1 in 10 to the 7th, I mean the whole county. Believe it or not, a lot more than that. In order to get 1 in 10 to the 17th power of silver dollars, one would need to cover the state of Texas, the largest state in the continental U.S., that cover the state of Texas 2 feet deep with silver dollars. Wow. All the way from the west and over 800 miles to the east, from the north to south, Houston, Austin, Dallas, the desert area out west. It's a huge state. Covered 2 feet deep with silver dollars. Mix them all up. Blindfold a fella. Let him walk anywhere he wants. All of the silver dollars are the same. One is marked differently. Blindfold a fella. Let him walk around. He gets one choice. The odds of him picking that one coin that was different would be the same odds as Jesus Christ fulfilling just those 8 prophecies by mere chance. Now, I don't know how much you would bet that if you were that fellow, you would pick the right coin. I sure wouldn't bet my soul on it. But if you're rejecting Jesus Christ and not believing that he is the prophesied Messiah of the Old Testament, that's exactly what you're doing. You're betting your soul that your odds of 1 in 10 to the 17th power, you're right. I wouldn't do that. Rather, I'd turn to Jesus Christ. He is the prophesied Messiah promised by the prophets of the Old Testament.